92.7 WOBM. Good morning, Shawn and Sue, on this beautiful Tuesday morning, July the 2nd, getting closer to the 4th of July. Of course, it is the 79th Annual Beachwood Fireworks on the Toms River. And joining us right now in studio is the Mayor of Beechwood, the Honorable Roma, joins us this morning. Mr. Mayor, good morning.
Hi, Mayor.
Good morning, Shawn. Good morning, Sue. Thank you very much for having me here today.
We are excited.
And so am I. I'm looking forward to getting on with this year's fireworks and making it a great event.
Mayor, just wondering, is the truck on its way now?
we hope so. It will be there. The company has assured us they have multiple contingency plans in place, and we are looking forward to a great show. We just need some help with the weather.
There you go.
Yes.
And we'll talk a little bit about that before we get done. So let's talk about this. It's the 79th Annual Beachwood Fireworks on the Toms River, a huge event for Beechwood. And you want folks to, budget extra time to kind of get in and get settled. And I think that's the usual consensus is, don't be in a rush. Make sure you plan ahead. Parking will be limited in the actual area of the beach. These things you want to think of when you're coming down to the fireworks.
Absolutely. We ask people, if you could walk. If you could take your bike, take your bike. Do everything you can to avoid having to take your car. That would be a great help to everybody involved.
Yeah, maybe carpool,
definitely.
Bring a larger group if you're going to have a bunch of people. Maybe have the designated driver who's going to drop off the family at the beach and then maybe go and find the possible place to park.
Parking is tight through the town of Beechwood, so just have respect, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And it's walk, a mile, maybe tops. That's an easy walk.
Now, is there a certain time, Mayor, that the Beechwood Beach opens for folks to come down and start getting set up for the fireworks on Thursday?
Well, we ask people not to come down until after 5 when the beach.
After 5.
Yeah, that would be the best.
Very good. And, of course, we get underway, Sue, with our live broadcast at 7. But, you get down there after 5, and you should have plenty of time. Bring a comfortable chair or a blanket, and there'll be, you'll have food and refreshments down there for folks to keep them nice and cool and fed, right?
Yes, there's vendors. Vendors will be down there. Sue before we came on, had a great idea about asking people to make sure they help us keep the beach clean, use the trash receptacles, take your trash home with you,
more
whatever.
than enough trash cans around there for the 4th of July event, so just make sure to pick up your trash. Help out.
People forget. They think it's like their yard. I'll clean it up in the morning, but we need to get it out of there.
If you bring it, make sure you're responsible for it.
And we want to say thank you, Mayor, I'm sure you do, to everyone that helps out with this. Not everyone knows. Tell us how many people are involved and how the communities come together for this.
I couldn't even begin to give you a number, and I don't want to mention people by name because I would definitely forget. But just thinking about the emergency services, the police, the fire, and the first aid is a huge, huge task for them. And then there's the surrounding communities that do a shared service and help us. We can't do it alone. We rely on the other towns, Pine Beach, South Toms River, to come and help us with the emergency services, especially the first aid and covering with the fire. It's a big event, a lot of people, and it takes a lot. It really takes a lot.
Yeah, usually it's just after sundown when they begin with the fireworks, and we're looking just around 8:30-ish when a sundown officially begins. That doesn't mean it's actually dark then. So, right after 8:30, we start to see the sun, setting. And as soon as they get the all clear from the company, that's when the show begins. So when folks ask the question, well, when do the fireworks begin? Well, give or take a few minutes. Once we get sunset underway, should be sometime, between 8:30 and 9 o'clock when you begin to do the show, right?
Yes, absolutely. Probably closer to the 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah. So just, know that you want to be all set up well before that. Like you said, come down after 5, not before. And we begin with our live broadcast, which, by the way, Sue, is brought to you by Toyota World of Lakewood this year. And we'll be broadcasting live till beginning at 7, right up until the start of the fireworks. And then, Mayor, will provide the soundtrack for the fireworks, the music to go along with the show. So that's always a great thing.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. And like I said, we're really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a great, great year. Yeah, the debacle last year, hard to move on, but we are, and it's going to be bigger and better.
It's going to be the best.
Now,
Yes, I like that, Mayor.
weather right now, we were talking about it earlier. We said we'd finish with a little bit of talk about that. Dan Zarrow's saying it's looking better than worse now, maybe overcast, just a spotty shower possibility. If, knock on wood, we don't have any problems with the weather, but if there was a situation where there was rain, the rain date is the following evening, Friday evening, correct?
Yes, it is. The fireworks company will do everything they can to get the fireworks off on the 4th.
Yes.
That will be there, even if they get delayed a little bit. We'll do everything we can to get them off on the 4th because it is a huge task to break down and then reset up for the next day.
Yeah.
But in case we can't do it, the rain date is the next day.
There you
Okay,
go.
on
So,
Friday.
folks, before you ask the question, what happens if, Mother Nature gets in the way, which she's not. But
We'll
if,
be fine, Mayor.
If she
Yep.
does, it's, Friday night, same time, same place, same bat channel, all that good stuff. Mayor, we're looking forward to it. I mean, each year, I don't know how you do it. You just outdo yourself. We've told folks before, because we've seen many a show, there is no better place than to come down to Beechwood Beach because
right.
literally the fireworks are right over your head. I mean, it's
Can't
just a
beat it.
beautiful show. I mean, you can't beat it. You have boats out on the river and folks at the beach and along the river. It truly is something to see and a great way to spend the 4th of July.
It certainly is. And again, it's going to be a great night, and I'm looking forward to a great year.
And don't forget, folks, it is funded
We're
by your
excited.
donations. If you want to make donations, they're already planning next year's. I'm sure the mayor, the minute the first firecracker goes off on Thursday night, he's already planning for next year. So be sure to make those donations because it's, publicly funded, but, through the great generosity of the residents of the area. And it keeps this great show going. So they could always stop by Town Hall and make a donation for the Beechwood Fireworks on the Toms River. Mayor Ron Roma. Mayor, thanks for being with us, and we'll see you down at the beach in a couple of days.
Thank you very much for having me. It was my pleasure to be here.
Come join us, Beechwood Beach, the 79th annual. Oh, it's a huge, beautiful fire display. Come on down. Fireworks display, I should say. Come on down to the beach July 4th.
With America's Birthday in Beechwood with WOBM.